In 13F, first question is find the volume of a right circular cone with radius equal to 4 meter and height is 9 meter. So here h equals to 9 meter, r equals to 4 meter, and we have to find the volume of the cone. We know volume of the cone formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h. So 1 by 3, pi is 22 by 7, radius is 4. So r square will be 4 into 4 and height is 9. These 3 and 9 can be cancelled, it will be 3. So it will be 22 into 4 4 is 16, 16 3 is 48 by 7. If you multiply 22 and 48, it will give 1056 by 7. If you divide, you are going to get 150.857, 150.857. Now in the third place, it is more than 4. Since it is more than 4, you cut and add 1, it will become 150.86. This is called rounding off. So required volume of the cone is 150.86 meter cube. In second part of question number 1, diameter is given 5 meter and height is 5 meter, and we have to find the volume of the cone. Since diameter is 5, so radius will be diameter by 2, 5 by 2, which will give 2.5 meter. Height h is 5 meter, and we want to find the volume of the cone. We know volume of the cone formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h. So 1 by 3, pi is 22 by 7. Radius we got 2.5. So it will be 2.5 into 2.5, height is 5. Since cancellation is not possible, so if we multiply 22 into 2.5 into 2.5 into 5, it will give 687.5, and in the denominator it will be 3 7 is 21. If you divide, you are going to get 32.738. 32.738. In the third place, it is more than 4. Cut and add 1, so it will be 32.74. Therefore, required volume of the cone is 32.74 meter cube. In question number 2 of 13F, question is vertical height of a right circular cone is 12 cm. If its volume is 100 pi centimeter cube, find its slant height. Here height h is 12 cm, volume of the cone is 100 pi centimeter cube, and slant height we have to calculate. As given in the question, volume of cone is 100 pi. Volume of the cone formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h is 100 pi. So pi and pi can be cancelled from both sides. It will be 1 by 3 r square, height is 12, equals to 100. 12 and 3 can be cancelled, it will be 4. So r square will be 100 by 4. 100 by 4 is 25. Since r square is 25, r will be root over 25, which will give 5 cm. Now we have to calculate the slant height. We have to use the formula L square is h square plus r square. So L square equals to height given in the question 12. So it will be 12 square plus 5 square. So L square will be 144 plus 25. If I add these two, it will be 169. Therefore L equals to root over 169, which is the square of 13. Therefore slant height is 13 centimeter, and this is the required answer. In question number 3, it is given vertical height of a right circular cone is 4 times its radius and its volume is 36 pi centimeter cube. Find the height. Now as given in the question that vertical height of a cone is 4 times its radius. Suppose radius is r, so height will be 4r. So we can write here let radius be r centimeter. Therefore vertical height h will be 4r. Now in the question it is given volume of the cone is 36 pi. So volume of the cone is 36 pi centimeter cube. Formula of volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h is 36 pi. So 1 by 3 pi r square. Instead of height, we can write 4r equal to 36 pi. This pi can be cancelled from both sides. So it will be 1 by 3 into 4r cube. R square into r cube equals to 36. R cube equals to 36 into 3 by 4. 4 9 is 36. So r cube equals to 9 is 3 square into 3. So it will become 3 cube. So r will be cube root of 3 cube. These two can be cancelled. So we are left with r equals to 3. Now we want to find the height of the cone. Height of the cone is given 4 times the radius. So 4 times 3, which will give 12 centimeter. Therefore height of the required cone is 12 centimeter. Question number 4. Find the volume of a cone having radius of the base 35 centimeter and slant height is 37 centimeter. Here radius is 35 centimeter and slant height L is 37 centimeter. We have to calculate the volume of a cone, and formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h. But here height is not given. So first of all, we have to calculate height. For this, we are going to use r square plus h square equal to l square. R is 35, so it will be 35 square plus h square equal to 37 square. So h square will be 37 square minus 35 square. Here we can apply the formula a square minus b square, which will be a plus b into a minus b. So h square is 35 plus 37 will give 72. 37 minus 35 will be 2. So h square is 144. So height will be root over 144, and root over 144 means 12. Therefore height of the cone is 12 centimeter. Now we want to calculate the volume of the cone. Formula is 1 by 3 pi r square h. So 1 by 3 pi is 22 by 7. R square radius is 35. So it will be 35 into 35, and height is 12. Now 3 4 ja 12. 7 5 ja 35. So it will be 22 into 4 5 ja 20 into 35. So 35 into 22 into 20 will be 440. If I multiply, it will be 15400 centimeter cube. Therefore, required volume of the cone is 15,400 centimeter cube. Question number 5. Two cones have their heights in the ratio 1:3 and the radii of their bases in the ratio 3:1. Show that their volumes are in the ratio 3:1. Suppose these are the two cones. It is given that their heights are in the ratio 1:3. We can consider this height to be h and this height to be 3h. Again, it is given radii of their bases are in the ratio 3:1. Suppose radius of the first cone be 3r and second cone be r. Now we have to calculate the volume of the first cone by volume of the second cone. Now volume of the first cone by volume of the second cone, it will be 1 by 3 pi r1 square h1 by 1 by 3 pi r2 square h2. This 1/3 pi and 1/3 pi can be cancelled. We are left with r1 square h1 by r2 square h2. Now r1 is 3r, so it will be 3r square into h1 is h. r2 square, r2 is given r, so it will be r square into, and h2 is 3h, so instead of h2 we can write 3h. So it will be 3 square is 9r square. This h and this h can be cancelled. Now 3 square is 9r square by 3r square. This r square and this r square can be cancelled, and this 9 if I divide by 3, it will be 3. Therefore it will be 3:1. Therefore required ratio of their volumes will be 3:1. In question number 6, it is given the ratio of volumes of two cones is 4:5 and the ratio of the radii of their bases is 2:3. Find the ratio of their vertical heights. Suppose for the first cone, we can consider radius to be 2r, and for the second cone, let it be 3r. Height of the first cone be h1 and second cone be h2. Now in the question, it is given that volume of the first cone by volume of the second cone is 4 by 5. So 1 by 3 pi r1 square h1 by 1 by 3 pi r2 square h2 is 4 by 5. 1 by 3 pi can be cancelled. Now instead of r1, we can write twice r whole square into h1. Instead of r2, we can write 3r square into h2 is 4 by 5. 2 square is 4, 4r square into h1 by 9r square into h2 is 4 by 5. This r square can be cancelled. So h1 by h2 will be 4 by 5 into 9 by 4. These 4 and 4 can be cancelled. So it will be 9 by 5. Therefore required ratio of their vertical heights will be 9:5. In question number 7, it is given the radius and the height of a right circular cone are in the ratio of 5:12. If its volume is 314 cubic meter, find the slant height and the radius. As in the question, it is given radius and height are in the ratio of 5:12. So we can consider radius to be 5x and height to be 12x. Again, it is given volume of the cone is 314 meter cube. We have to calculate the slant height and the radius. Now volume of the cone is 314 meter cube. It is 1 by 3 pi r square h is 314. So 1 by 3 pi in the question, it is given 3.14 into r square is 5x square into height is 12x equal to 314. This 3 and 12 can be cancelled, it will be 4. So 3.14 into 5x whole square will be 25x square into 4x is 312. 3.14 into 4 into 25, it will be 100x cube. x square into x cube is 314. 3.14 into 100 will give 314 x cube equals to 314. So x cube will be 314 divided by 314, so it will give 1. Since x cube is 1, therefore x will be 1. Therefore radius will be 5x and x we got 1, so it will be 5 into 1 5 meter, and height 12x, 12 into 1 12 meter. But we have to calculate the slant height, and we know the formula L square is E square plus R square. So L square will be 12 square plus 5 square. L square is 144 plus 5 square is 25. So L square will be 169. So L will be square root of 169, which will give 13 meter. Therefore radius of the cone will be 5 meter and slant height will be 13 meter. Question number 8, which is the last sum from 13F. Question is, if the radius of the base of a cone is halved, keeping the height same, what is the ratio of the volume of the reduced cone to that of the original cone? Suppose this is the original cone, here radius be R and height be H. Now it is given that keeping the height same, so here height is H, here also height will remain H, radius is half. So previously it was R, now it will be R by 2. So in the first cone radius is R, height is H. In the reduced cone radius is R by 2, height is H. So we can write, let radius be R unit, height is H units. For the second cone radius is R by 2 and height is H. So volume of reduced cone by volume of original cone will be 1 by 3 pi R by 2 whole square into H by 1 by 3 pi R square into H. 1 by 3 pi can be cancelled, H and H can be cancelled, so we are left with R square by 4 divided by R square, which can be written as R square by 4 R square. R square and R square can be cancelled, so it will be 1 by 4. So ratio of the volume of the reduced cone to the volume of the original cone is 1:4, which is the required answer. And this is the last sum from 13F. In the next video I am going to start 13G. Till then, bye bye, take care and wait for the next part.